Get out! We don't serve your kind here." The words cut through the luxury boutique like a knife. Maya Johnson stood frozen, her designer purse clutched tight, as every customer turned to stare. What the racist store manager didn't know was that in exactly 24 hours, she would become his new boss. Before we dive into this powerful story, hit that subscribe button. Your support helps us bring more important stories like this one. Stay with us until the very end, because what happens next will leave you speechless. Maya Johnson stepped out of her black sedan on Fifth Avenue. At 35, she carried herself with quiet confidence, earned through years of fighting for respect. Her tailored blazer and Italian leather bag spoke of success, but her eyes held the wisdom of someone who had earned every victory. Tomorrow, she would officially become District CEO of Lux Retail Group, overseeing 47 high-end stores. Today, she wanted to experience her flagship store as an ordinary customer, a practice her mentor had taught her. You can't lead what you don't understand. Meridian Boutique gleamed with crystal chandeliers and marble floors, but the moment Maya stepped inside, she felt it, that familiar shift in energy she'd experienced too many times. Conversations quieted, eyes watched. It was subtle, practiced discrimination that wealthy establishments had perfected. "May I help you?" Derek Chen, the store manager, approached with polite words but cold eyes. At 42, he had perfected the art of charm with the right customers and cruelty toward the wrong ones. "I'm looking for a dress for a board meeting," Maya replied evenly. Derek's eyes calculated. "What's your budget range?" A question he never asked white customers. "I don't have a budget. I'm looking for the right piece." Derek's face showed annoyance. "Our professional collection is quite expensive. We have more affordable options in the back." "I'd like to see your best pieces, please." Derek sighed audibly. "Listen, miss, these dresses start at $5,000. Maybe you'd be more comfortable at the department store down the street?" Maya's jaw tightened. "Are you refusing to show me merchandise?" Derek's politeness finally cracked. "I'm being practical. You people always waste our time, try on expensive things you can't afford, then leave. We're not a tourist attraction." The boutique fell silent. A sales associate named Jennifer gasped. An elderly customer whispered, "Did he just say that?" Maya felt familiar humiliation burning in her chest. "I'd like to speak to your district manager." Derek laughed harshly. "Corporate doesn't care about complaints from people like you. They care about real customers." Jennifer, the young sales associate, stepped forward. "Mr. Chen, this is completely inappropriate." "Mind your own business unless you want to join the unemployment line," Derek snapped. An elderly gentleman approached. "I've shopped here 20 years. This woman deserves an apology." "You don't understand the situation," Derek replied tightly. "We have to protect our merchandise." Maya pulled out her phone and began recording. "What are you doing?" Derek demanded. "Documenting." "You can't record in here," Jennifer interjected quietly. "Actually, customers can record for their protection. It's in our manual." Derek's face flushed. "I'm calling security. We have the right to refuse service." Two uncomfortable security guards appeared. "Ma'am, we need to ask you to leave." "On what grounds?" Maya asked steadily. "Disturbing other customers," Derek announced. The elderly gentleman spoke up. "She's not disturbing anyone. This manager's behavior is what's disturbing." Maya stood calmly recording as Derek dug himself deeper. What he couldn't know was that she'd experienced this exact scenario in corporate training simulations. The irony wasn't lost. Companies spent millions preventing situations exactly like this. "Ma'am, please," a security guard said gently. Maya nodded. "I want everyone to witness that I was asked to leave not for stealing or being rude, but for asking to shop while black." Derek rolled his eyes. "Don't play the race card." "Then what does this have to do with?" Derek stammered. "You're not our target demographic." "Based on what evidence?" Derek was trapped. "I don't have to explain myself. This is my store." Maya smiled softly. "Actually, it's not your store." She reached into her purse and pulled out an official letter. "As of tomorrow morning, I am the new District Chief Executive Officer of Lux Retail Group. This store and 46 others report directly to me." The silence was deafening. Derek's face went through multiple colors as Maya handed him the official letter. The letterhead was real. Her credentials were real. Harvard MBA, McKinsey & Company, former Nordstrom VP. "What happened here today isn't unusual," Maya said conversationally. "It happens to people who look like me every day. The difference is that today, the person it happened to has the power to do something about it." Derek's mouth moved soundlessly. "Derek, I'm giving you a choice. Resign now with neutral reference and severance, or wait for my full investigation into your management practices." "I made a mistake. Can't we forget this happened? Can you forget racism? Because that's what you're asking me to do." Jennifer stepped forward. "Ms. Johnson, this isn't the first time. There have been other incidents." Maya nodded. "Jennifer, I'd like to discuss opportunities within our company. We need managers who understand that respect isn't earned. It's deserved automatically." The elderly gentleman approached. "I owe you an apology. I never noticed this happening." "That's the privilege of not being the target," Maya replied gently. "But now you know." Derek found his voice. "This isn't fair. You set me up." Maya looked at him with something like pity. "Derek, I didn't set you up. I simply existed in your store while black. Everything after that was your choice." 6 months later, Meridian Boutique was transformed. Under Maya's leadership, Lux Retail Group implemented new training, revised hiring practices, and established customer advocacy protocols. Jennifer became assistant manager. Derek was gone, but used his severance for diversity training. The elderly gentleman became an advocate for conscious consumerism. Maya's story became a business school case study, an inspiration for anyone told they didn't belong. She realized her position wasn't just about profits. It was about creating spaces where everyone could shop with dignity. True leadership isn't having power over others. It's using power to ensure others are treated with respect and dignity every human being deserves. If this story moved you, share it. Subscribe for more stories that expose injustice and celebrate truth. Remember, when you witness discrimination, your voice has power. Use it.